In the snowy kingdom of Leora, where icicles shimmered like diamonds and snowflakes danced like music, lived a kind young princess named Elara. Elara adored her warm castle, her glowing snowflake blanket, her bedtime songs, and especially her soft white fox, Nibble, who curled up beside her every single night. Each evening, after brushing her braid and hugging Mama and Papa goodnight, Elara would whisper, "This is the coziest place in the whole world," and every night she meant it. One bright morning, Mama entered the room with a letter in her hand and a twinkle in her eyes. "Elara," she said gently, "your cousin Princess Leora has invited you for a sleepover in her forest cottage tonight." Elara's eyes widened. She loved Leora. Her cousin was funny and cheerful, and lived in the most delightful little cottage by the enchanted woods, where bees hummed lullabies and even the teacups giggled. "A sleepover!" Elara gasped. She clapped her hands, then paused. Her smile faded just a little. "Will Nibble come too? What if the stars look different there? Will I still hear my snowflake lullaby?" Mama knelt beside her and wrapped her in a soft hug. "You might miss a few things," she said warmly, "but everything important travels with you." She tapped Elara's heart. "Especially love." That afternoon, Elara packed her small satchel carefully, her snowflake blanket, her favorite bedtime stone that glowed with lullabies, and of course, Nibble, who wagged his tail, clearly ready for the adventure. The sky sparkled with soft clouds as they arrived at Leora's cottage. It glowed like a lantern in the woods, its roof dusted with snow, and its windows blinking with candlelight. Leora ran out and hugged Elara tight. "I'm so glad you came," she beamed. "We'll have the most magical night ever." Inside, the cottage smelled of warm cinnamon toast and snowberry jam. They had a princess picnic on the carpet with sparkling tea and marshmallow stars. They played snow muffin stacking, whispered silly secrets, and made shadow animals on the ceiling using enchanted lanterns. Elara giggled until her cheeks turned pink. She twirled across the rug, her braids sparkling with joy. "I could live here," she said, and she almost meant it. But then, the lanterns dimmed, the tea cooled, and the enchanted forest outside turned quiet and still. It was bedtime. Leora led her to a cozy little bed with sky-blue blankets and a mobile of shimmering stars above it. Elara climbed in, tucked herself tight, and pulled her snowflake blanket up to her chin. Nibble curled close beside her. The room was quiet. The stars above twinkled gently. Leora yawned and fell asleep in her own bed nearby. But it wasn't her room. The stars looked strange. The blanket smelled like pine instead of rosewater. And where was Mama's soft humming? Elara didn't cry. She didn't say a word, but she didn't smile either. She lay very still, clutching her glowing stone and listening to the quiet sounds of a cottage that wasn't home. Just then, a gentle tapping sound at the window. Tap, tap. Elara sat up, eyes wide, heart fluttering. And there, perched gracefully on the frosted sill, was a glowing snowbird. Small, soft, and shimmering like moonlight on ice. "You look like you need a little sparkle," the snowbird whispered, its voice as soft as a snowflake landing. Elara blinked in surprise. "I feel not scared exactly," she whispered, "but not brave either." The snowbird nodded wisely. "Missing home doesn't make you less brave," it said. "It means your heart is full." Then it smiled, if birds could smile, and added, "But you can still shine here too." Elara tilted her head. "Really?" "Really," the snowbird said. "Want to learn a little sleepover spell?" Elara nodded quickly, sitting up straighter. The snowbird fluttered closer and whispered, When the room feels quiet and the stars feel strange, and pillows smell new and the night feels changed, take one deep breath and one big sigh, then close your eyes and let dreams fly. Elara whispered the words softly to herself. Her voice trembled just a little, but then something warm fluttered in her chest. She hugged Nibble, peeked at the gently sleeping Leora, and whispered toward the stars. Good night, new room. Good night, new stars. And just like that, she drifted into a sleep full of snowy dreams, glowing lullabies, and soft fox paws dancing through clouds. In the morning, sunlight spilled through the window like warm honey. Leora was already up, twirling in her slipper socks and humming off key. You did it! She cheered. You slept over! Elara stretched, her braid falling over her shoulder. She smiled a sleepy, proud smile. I missed home, she said softly, but I shined anyway. Leora clapped and handed her a tiny velvet pouch. Inside was a small silver charm, shaped like a star and cool as moonlight in her palm. This will glow, Leora whispered. Every time you're brave. Elara slipped it over her head. It shimmered, not loudly, just enough. That night, back in her own castle bed, Elara snuggled under her snowflake blanket, Nibble curled at her side. She held her charm in one hand and pressed her glowing lullaby stone with the other. She didn't need the charm that night, but it sparkled anyway. Because now she knew, bravery doesn't mean never missing home. It means shining, even when you do.